In this world, some stories were never meant to be told in the daylight. Secrets hide behind abandoned walls and whispers echo from forgotten souls. Welcome to a place where safety is an illusion, and the truth is far more terrifying than fiction. I'm the narrator, and you've just stepped through the gate of horror. Turn off the lights and prepare yourself. 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with bacterial meningitis. I live in Northern California, and as far as I know, there wasn't any outbreak or warning at the time, so I have no idea how or from whom I caught it. It started with crushing headaches, dizziness, nausea, and confusion. But the moment I began hearing voices, I knew something was deeply wrong. I was home alone that morning. My husband Ethan was at work. I was lying in bed when I heard a small child's voice calling Mom. The sound came from downstairs. "We don't have kids." I forced myself out of bed, dizzy and weak, and looked over the staircase. "Ethan," I called out, but there was no answer. The headache was unbearable, so I returned to bed moments later. The voice came again, clearer this time. "Hello?" My heart dropped. I grabbed my phone and called Ethan, panicking, telling him that someone or something was in the house, or maybe I was hallucinating. He heard how terrified I was and rushed home from work to take me to the hospital while waiting. I changed out of my pajamas but had to run to the bathroom to throw up. And as I knelt there, I heard another voice this time, whispering from outside the bathroom door. I couldn't make out what it said, but it was close, too close by the time Ethan arrived. I was shaking and half delirious at the hospital. Doctors ran tests and confirmed meningitis. They said if I had waited longer, it could have been fatal. I was immediately given IV antibiotics and told I'd need to stay for at least a week that night. Ethan stayed by my side for a few hours before heading home to rest. The nurse told me to press the call button if I needed anything. I must have fallen asleep, but it didn't feel like sleep. It felt like slipping between two realities I dreamed or thought. I dreamed that my ex-boyfriend Ryan was standing beside my bed, leaning over me. He stroked my hair gently and said, "I came as soon as Ethan left. I'm glad you're okay." Then his voice grew darker. "I hate him. I wish I could make him disappear." He smiled that same cold smile I used to fear and walked out of the room. I woke up drenched in sweat. The room was dim and the chair beside my bed was pulled up close, like someone had just been sitting there. But no one was. I told myself it was the medication, the delirium. But the chair wasn't like that. When Ethan left the next morning, the nurse came in. I nervously mentioned the vivid dream I'd had. She looked confused, then said, "That wasn't a dream. Your cousin Daniel came to visit you last night." My stomach dropped. "I don't have any cousins in California." I asked what he looked like. She said tall, dark hair, said his name was Daniel. My ex Ryan fit that description exactly. The doctor later explained that the antibiotics could cause temporary delirium, blurring the line between sleep and wakefulness. But the details felt too real to ignore. When Ethan returned that night, I told him everything except the part where Ryan threatened him. I didn't even know if that was real anymore. Later that day, I texted Ryan, "What the hell were you doing visiting me at the hospital? How did you even know I was there?" He didn't reply, so I sent another. "I heard what you said about Ethan. If you come near us again, you'll call the police." Minutes later, he responded, "I never threatened anyone. I just came to make sure you were okay." Maybe you imagined things in your sleep. That was the last time I ever heard from him. When I left the hospital a week later, I tried to convince myself that it was all in my head. But sometimes late at night, I can still feel the weight of someone standing by my bed and a soft whisper in the dark saying, "Hello."